What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. If you guys don't know what to do with your blueprints, this is the video for you. I'm going to teach you what blueprints to look out for that are actually worth something, and then I'm also going to teach you how to make a few credits off all of your worthless blueprints. And before we do get into the video, everyone knows that credits from the item shop are extremely expensive, but AOA provides cheaper credits and cheaper Rocket League items for every console and every platform. Now, there's safety and security for every single order you make, and if you want 6% off, use my code UNLUCKY at checkout, because everyone knows how unlucky I am. And also, remember to use my creator code in the item shop, HT_FER, because it really helps support the channel. So for the first part of the video, we're going to talk about blueprints that are actually worth it to craft them. Now, there are some obvious examples of this, like White Mainframe Blueprint, White Fennec Blueprint, in fact, all painted Fennec blueprints. White Zomba Blueprint is another example. Now, the chances are you won't have these blueprints. I mean, you can check your inventory right now to see if you have any of them, and if you do, well done, because that's going to be some good profit right there. But the chances are you're not going to have a White Zomba Blueprint or a White Mainframe Blueprint. But there are actually some cheaper and more subtle blueprints that are worth crafting. For example, this Black Fennec Slimline decal. I got this dropped from a game and I didn't even know it was worth it to craft, but the decal on the market on PS4 is worth around 150 to 250 credits. Now, the blueprint to craft is 100 credits, so that's profit right there. Yes, it's not the best profit margin, getting 50 to 100 credits isn't amazing. However, if you're new to trading and you haven't got much to start with, 50 to 100 credits is your starting point right there. I mean, that's good. So I really would check your blueprints for something that's worth crafting. Just to say again, anything that's worth more on the market than it costs to craft from a blueprint, the blueprint is worth crafting and you can sell it for more. Now, another example of blueprints that are actually worth something are very rare blueprints from the Totally Awesome series. If you guys didn't know, the Fennec comes from the Totally Awesome series, so people who have very rare blueprints from the TA series like to trade them up for a chance to get a White Fennec. Even if you get a normal Fennec, it's worth crafting. So if you have any Totally Awesome blueprints, try and sell them for 150 to 200 credits each. I wouldn't recommend trading them up because the chances of you getting something are fairly low. However, if you do want to trade them up just for fun, do it, whatever. But if you're kind of new to trading and don't have many credits, I would recommend selling them. Try and sell them for 150 to 200 credits each. That sounds like a good a price, and it's a fair amount of credits for someone who's very new to trading. But make sure you're selling very rare blueprints from the Totally Awesome series. Those are the only ones right now that I know of that are actually worth something. Now, let's say you finish checking all of your blueprints and you've sold off the ones that are actually worth something. What do you do now with the rest of the trash? Well, there are two things you can do. You can either trade them up or sell them in bulk. So let's first talk about trading them up. Now, if you've got 5 blueprints from the same series of the same rarity, you can trade them up into the same series blueprints of a higher rarity. For example, 5 very rare blueprints from the Totally Awesome series, you can trade them up to get 1 import blueprint from the Totally Awesome series. Now, most of the time it's not worth trading blueprints up. Essentially, you're just putting 5 very rares into 1 import. Most of the time, the very rares will be worth nothing and the imports will be worth nothing. So you're just getting rid of 5 worthless blueprints into 1 worthless blueprint. But to be honest, I actually do trade up my blueprints. It's quite fun to see what you can get. I mean, there's probably a small chance you can get something that's actually worth crafting and selling on. However, the best thing to do is to sell them in bulk. Now, a lot of people on Rocket League Garage and Rocket League Trading Post offer around 10 to 20 credits for a full screen of 24 blueprints. Now, in my opinion, that's technically the best thing to do. The reason I don't do it and the reason I trade up blueprints is because I can't be bothered to sell 24 blueprints for like 20 credits. It's just not worth it for me. But if you're very, very new to trading and you have no other way of making credits, that's a very good way to start off just to get your first few credits. If you have a bunch of blueprints, just sell them off for full screen for 20, and then look, you've got 20 credits to start off with and you can start flipping non-crit very rares. Just as a final note, I'd like to mention you can also flip blueprints in a similar way you flip black markets or painted octanes or painted fennecs. If you buy a painted fennec blueprint for 150 or 200 credits under the minimum for the blueprint, you can then craft it and sell it on for the min or mid of the actual item. It's actually profitable to do this because a lot of people don't know that their blueprints are valuable, so they end up selling them for quite cheap. So yeah, if flipping black markets isn't working for you, or flipping painted fennecs and octanes isn't working for you, try this flipping blueprints method. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this helped out if you're a smaller trader and you don't know what to do with the blueprints you have just lying around. I know the profit margins involving blueprints aren't that much at all, but if you're like completely new to trading and you need somewhere to start, blueprints can actually be a good way. Thank you very much for watching guys. Remember to like, subscribe, join my Discord server and write a comment down below. See ya.